I've got some bad news. Every military spouse knows that at a certain time of year, your partner returning from work and uttering this phrase can only mean one thing. You have been posted to hell. This time around, I was at the end of 38 weeks of solo parenting a toddler through a pretty rough pregnancy, thanks to a surprise deployment, and I'd just been told that we were moving 300 miles as soon as I gave birth. And I don't think I took it well. In that moment, the fledgling practice that I'd built was surely certain to crumble around my ears, and my children would definitely grow up miserable 300 miles away from everyone who cared about them. My despair only got deeper because when my little boy was born, he became quite ill, and the time that would have been spent packing was actually spent in hospital watching his tiny body fight. Thankfully, he recovered and the move happened, and after a few very hard months, it turned out that I was wrong. Plymouth turned out to be one of my favourite cities. The children found people who loved them locally, and I mean, they were adorable, so that was certain anyway. And my business actually really flourished because I embraced technology and I threw myself into the local business scene. I learned so much about how to make a business work because of that adversity that subsequent moves, and I've done 4 of them, felt more exciting than threatening. So now I'm quite excited actually to use that knowledge to help others create practices that bring them income, stability and fulfillment without perhaps that added drama of military life, although I know I've got some military spouses here and I love the fact that you're here. So if you're setting up for the first time, or maybe you're having to move your practice, or maybe you're ready to scale and jump all into your practice, I wanted to share with you the 7 things that I've learned from all the times that I've done it that I think might really help. So firstly, relationships are everything, and business and professional networking are really essential. So if you haven't already, listen to the podcast on that one. Number 2, a specialism creates resilience. It creates extra professional fulfillment and it gives you a marketing superpower. So again, if you haven't already, listen to my podcast on that. Number 3, your fees need to sustain your business for the long term. Get them right and you will have a fulfilling and flexible practice. Get them wrong and you end up on the burnout hamster wheel again. So listen to my podcast on that one if you haven't already. Number 4, invest in the things that your clients are going to value the most. So for me, EMDR training has been a brilliant investment because clients really wanted to do EMDR, and I feel like the therapy that I do with my clients is so much better as a result of doing that training. So it was money well worth spending. Another thing, and I guess this is point number 5, although I do lose count, but SEO, that's something that is worth spending time and money on. And if you don't know what search engine optimization is or how you would safely invest time and money in that, then do listen to my podcast episode on that one. So number 6, business is a skill that you need to keep learning. Don't be hard on yourself, just get the coach or take the course. It is a skill like anything else, and just like we spend time learning new therapeutic skills, we have to recognise that we need time and budget allocated to understanding business and keeping on top of the latest trends that allow our businesses to flourish. A lot of people feel ashamed if they don't kind of crack the business nut immediately when they start out in private practice, but in reality, the most successful people I know in business are continuously learning. They are continuously seeking out coaches and mentorship and courses that enable them to take their business to the next level. I'm always doing that myself, and I see my business take a nosedive as soon as I stop investing in new knowledge, mentorship and coaching. So just build that into the business plan from day one, I think. And the final thing, number 7, which I'm so passionate about and you'll hear me talk about all the time if you listen to the podcast, is co-creating with your clients. We get to in independent practice, remove the layer of bureaucracy, speak directly to our clients, get into our communities and listen to what they are telling us they need and what they would find valuable, and we get to shape our services, our products, our offers to meet those needs directly and give people what they really value. Again, if you're not quite sure how to do that, how to get into that mindset, please do listen to my podcast episode on that topic. All of the podcasts or articles that I've referenced today are in the show notes below this episode or below the video if you're watching on Substack. So it's a short one from me today, but I hope you're going to find what you need in those links. If you're facing down that overwhelm of setting up or scaling up your independent work, I promise there is something there that is going to make the load feel so much lighter. I also hope that I'm going to get to see you face to face online at a masterclass that I'm running. So if you're ready to turn your private practice dream into a reality, maybe you're scaling up the side hustle or you're jumping in with both feet for the first time, then join me for my free masterclass, Set Up Your Practice for Success, on September the 8th. I'll be sharing my 3-part framework to help you create a practice that is professionally fulfilling and financially secure, giving you that flexibility that you're craving without the burnout that often comes with setting up an independent practice. I would love to see you there.